You're right, guys, it's David Claydon from KZR Racing once again, and welcome back to my F1 Manager 22 career for the start of Season 2, the pre-season. We are going to go through everything here live, uninterrupted, and I've already been through and done a few simulations of what I want to do, and the best course of action from a spending perspective and performance as well, so money to performance. So we're going to go through all these little details here, but the first thing, and the major thing, you saw during the last season that we scouted Lando Norris and Pierre Gasly to replace Lance Stroll. As we can see here as well, we've got a few bits and pieces in regards to last season, and in regards to last season, as you can see there is your standings from last year. Charles Leclerc is the 2022 Drivers' Champion and Ferrari the Constructors' Champion. Car development is now locked, so we can't actually design or manufacture anything, but we can still research, which is what we'll do. We have the suspension research has been completed. And we've also got anything else? No, we've also got helipad refurbishment done. So, the first one we're going to do, we'll go to the cars because I believe we can still get one more bit of research. Actually, no, we can't because we're out of hours, so we can't actually do that. So, well, never mind. But we have got two in going, which is the front and rear wing. So that's those two will be done before the end of season. But for now, as I mentioned before, we have a replacement set in mind for Lance Stroll, and I've already tested this out, so I know I can get this. We are going to sign not Lando Norris, because unfortunately he has 3 years remaining on his contract, and he has a £15.5 million buyout fee, which we do not have to spare. So instead, we are going to sign. He's already signed for Alpine in real life for the 2023 season, but we are going to sign Pierre Gasly to our team for 3 seasons for a salary of $9 million. When I eventually get there, for a salary of $9 million and a starting bonus of 760k, and we will sign Pierre Gasly to our team for the 2023 season. I'm very, very excited for this lineup. Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly are our 2 drivers going in to the 2023 season. Into the 2023 season. This is a big statement that I want to make if we want to challenge the midfield, because that's what we're aiming to do for next season. We want to be up on the midfield, fighting for those bigger points, just knocking on the door of potentially a podium if things fall into place. But as you can see, Pierre Gasly, Sebastian Vettel in our team with Jack Doohan as our reserve driver. This is a very promising lineup here. I'm very happy with this. So now we are going to skip forward a little bit because we're going to have the board performance review here. Unfortunately, we didn't get 8th in the constructors, but that's part and parcel of what we were establishing. We lose out. So just go through all that. So at the moment, we have Pierre Gasly now joining our team. These are all the changes for next year for the regulations, and a pit crew performance review. We lose out a little bit. With the season approaching, I wanted to give you an update on what you might be seeing a lower performance from our pit crew. Between new regulations, the pit crew getting a little rusty, and our more experienced members leaving the team and getting replaced, a performance drop between seasons is inevitable. I'll attach a report dealing the change below. We should focus. We should check the pit crews training in your preferred area and change their training focus if you didn't want to. So we'll have a look at that. I have them more focused on the tyre change because that's what I wanted them for. But we'll leave that as it is for now for the teams. At the moment, we are still waiting for the... Well, it's not going to reset until the end of the season, so we're going to skip through past all these... Oh, we've got an important email turn up. Okay, so we've got some staff change and driver changes as well. So my buying Pierre Gasly is obviously kicked off silly season. So, staff change... So, all these guys, they've still got plenty of time left on their contracts, so I have no reason or need to change them. But this is going to be the big one. The driver changes. So, oh no, that's these are our drivers. So, sorry about that, guys. I thought that was going to be the next season driver changes, but we have got our CFD simulator now completed. That's always a good sign. We now have... Actually, I better check the facilities because I do remember that a few of them may need redoing. So we don't need to refurbish it just yet, but some of these are going to need to refurbish, which are going to cut into our money a little bit, but that's fine, that's fine. So research is now complete for the front wing. We have idle engineers now. Jack doing development. We have 3 development points for Jack, so we're going to take advantage of that. And he's now a 74 rated driver after getting his smoothness up to 47. We're going to keep going on his smoothness because all his other attributes are actually not too bad. It's just his smoothness we need to get up first, and then his adaptability. And then if we ever do need to get him in for one of our drivers, we actually have a pretty competent reserve driver that can actually go into the races. So that's not too bad. So we've got up and coming driver Jack doing performance. No development points on that one. So back to the email, and we have the Scout and Victor Martins. We'll keep that to one side, but we've got a pretty good reserve driver already, so that doesn't really matter too much. The rear wing research is now finished. So now, this should be... There we go. Right, the aerodynamic testing period ends. We now have idle engineers. We now have 15 engineers to start doing stuff to the car with. So now, welcome to the new season. The start of Season 2 in our career. Starting balance 19.3 million now. So now, sponsor obligations. Pit crew performance decrease. Morale boost. Yeah, I'm not interested in changing any of them. So all of these will stay the same. So now we're going to do this. The new season objective, long-term season objectives. So target season 2024, still 8th or above. We'll see if that changes, but we should have a better chance of actually hitting the target we want to now. So season prize share. What did we get? We got we got the same. We should, however, get more allocation time as well. So that's points allocation. CFD testing limit. So yeah, we've got all these now. So that should give us a better opportunity to do what we need to do. As for we can actually change power units into the new season. Oh, that is interesting. So we can actually choose Ferrari, Renault, Red Bull powertrains, or Mercedes. Now, the Ferrari one is technically better in terms of all-round durability in that. Mercedes is only slightly better, but I'm going to stick. I'm going to stick with the Mercedes engine. Mercedes power plant is where we want to go with. And here we are in the new hub. So we've got 82 days until the Bahrain Grand Prix. Let's have a look at the emails. Car development is now open. ATR period starts. We have 6.6 hours on CFD Simulator and 88 hours in the wind tunnel as well. So that's definitely going to help. ATR allocations. We have 52.8 hours remaining on the CFD simulator throughout the whole season and 704 hours in the wind tunnel. But here's the big one, guys. The next email down is the team roster updates for 2023. So let's take a look at who's driving where. So unsurprisingly, Ferrari and Red Bull remain unchanged, with their main drivers being Leclerc and Sainz for Ferrari, Verstappen and Perez for Red Bull, Giovinazzi as the reserve for Ferrari, and Sebastian Buemi as well for the reserve for Red Bull. That's a surprise. Mercedes and Alfa Romeo. Oh, there's our first change. So Mercedes stick with Hamilton and Russell, but Alfa Romeo, they have signed Alexander Albon to replace Guan Yu Zhou alongside Valtteri Bottas. That's going to be interesting. And also, Oscar Piastri is now the Mercedes reserve driver. That's going to be interesting when he eventually graduates. But now, there's our next change. AlphaTauri has signed Lance Stroll alongside Guan Yu Zhou. And just like in real life, as you can see, Nick de Vries is now driving for AlphaTauri as well as a reserve driver. But Alpine unchanged, Alonso and Ocon, but all change for AlphaTauri. Obviously, I poached Pierre Gasly, but Yuki Tsunoda's gone elsewhere as well. So now Guan Yu Zhou and Lance Stroll are the drivers for AlphaTauri as we move down. A change at... Okay, McLaren no change, with Théo Pourchaire as their reserve driver. So they've poached him from Sauber, but anyone who knows the history here at Haas between Magnussen and Hülkenberg, that's going to be spicy. So Mick Schumacher has sadly been dropped from Haas. He's no longer part of the family, and they've gone all experience again. Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg at Haas as we go down. Oops. Did the wrong one there. As we go down to Aston Martin, Yuki Tsunoda. There we go. There they are. So the final two teams, of course, ourselves with Sebastian Vettel retaining him and Pierre Gasly, along with Jack Doohan, and then Williams. Yuki Tsunoda and Mick Schumacher booted out of their development teams, and they found a home at Williams with Frederick Vesti as the reserve driver. So these are the teams heading into 2023. Big surprise there to see Hülkenberg, actually. I did not think that Haas would bring in Hülkenberg to replace Schumacher. So as we go down, the new regulations are in place. As we look at the report for the car, that's the internal report. So while we're here, on the first month of the year, we are going to get developing some parts for this car. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to design. We are going to go, because I want to try and get more the medium and high speed downforce. So we're going to start with the rear wing first. We're going to do split this three-way between our 15 engineers. So 2.2 on here and 29 hours on the wind tunnel. And then we're going to focus high speed and medium speed for... There we go. So that should be about right there. And we'll focus 5 engineers on there. And shall we go in? We'll stick with normal on the rear wing, because that's going to come in for February, so that's fine. Then we'll also design a underfloor. Do the same thing, 2.2 on here, but we're going to go an extra hour on this one, so 30 hours. And then same course, medium and high speed. And development settings. It's saying the 4th of March, but I want to get that in a little bit earlier. There we go. So 1.5 mil for that. Bit of a stretch, but it's worth it. And then the front wing. 2.2, all the remaining time we have, just throw it at it. And then the front wing, we're going to go here and here, make sure we get high and medium speed up. So there we go. And then 5 engineers, that'll be done around the same time. So all those 3 parts will come in at the start of February. All around the same time. So, yeah, they'll be all around at the same time, which is ideal for what we're before the start of the season. The 3 main bits for the downforce. And then, not much else to do at the moment, but skip forward. Sponsorship obligations. Got various emails building up, so I'm going to have a quick look at them. So we have unused scouts. We got development points on our engineers, so that's probably something I want to think about actually. So high speed for her. If we go back, we've got 1 development point on here. So let's go underfloor for you. What about the race engineers? Yeah, Cronin's got 1. We'll get him up on feedback. That'll put him up to 80. And we have 1 for Ben Mitchell. And that will take him up to 85, going up on the feedback there. So, guess he's got a base of an engineer there in Ben Mitchell. So, what else have we got here? Unused scouts. Okay, here's where we're getting into here. So a poor condition here. So I don't want to end up in any situation where this is going to be a problem. So we have... Okay, so race simulator. I've just done the suspension simulator. But I believe it's the... Oh no, I haven't done that. So I need to find the suspension simulator. There it is. That's gonna... Oh. It's only brake cooling we're losing out on, so I think we can hold off on that for the time being. So I want to try and get as much money into the car as possible. So we will skip through here. So 2 facility refurbishments complete. That'll be the first one. And we've got more development points for Jack. So let's get his smoothness up 2 more levels. Ideal. I'll go back to here. Apparently the car parts test centre. It's costing a lot of money just to refurbish these bits. But we're losing engine cooling and brake cooling, so I've got to refurbish this one. I don't have a choice in the matter. So we'll refurbish the car parts test centre. And then skip forward again. So the team hub has been refurbished. Got we got more development for. Oh no, that's not. I thought that was the same thing. Actually, while I'm here, what is the board saying? So they want us to finish. I knew this would change. 7th and above is what we're aiming for this season. I think we can definitely do that. If we, we'll have to see what pre-season testing says, but definitely that's definitely doable for this season. So let's, and here we are, rear wing design complete, and the underfloor design is now complete. So I'm also going to, more stuff is more stuff. That's only 42k. That's only 42k, so we can do that. That ain't an issue. So we now have rear wing design. So we need to get into manufacturing some of these rear wings. So we're going to make 4, and they'll be ready in due course. They'll all be done before the end of February, so that's fine. And we also had the underfloor as well. Manufacture. Actually, no, we'll to get guaranteed we get the right one done. So we're going to manufacture 4 of these as well. We may need to rush this one to get them. Yeah, that'll be better. So I don't know when. Oh, we're 41 days until Bahrain, so yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. So we can get the first few we can get the first couple of parts on the car just to get them through pre-season testing. So, and there's the front wing that has also been completed. So skip ahead to the front wing, and we want 6 of those because we know how this goes, and get them done. So we're slowly starting to get down a little bit on the money. So what we're going to go back. There's nothing else in the inbox. Nope. So manufacturing, tour centre refurbishment. So that's all completed. Unused scouts. Manufacture. Yep. Car parts test centre is done. That's been refurbished. Rear wing. Okay, so we've got the rear wings manufactured. So install on car 1 and car 2. So that's that one done. Probably need to get 2 more built, but we've got 4 for now, so I'll build 2 more when we make sure everything's all catered for. So nothing else in the email. Manufacture. Okay, so the front wings are now done. So welcome to 2023. Brand new season of Formula 1 is ahead of us, with every team working tirelessly behind the scenes to create a championship-winning car. Last year saw Ferrari take home the trophy for the constructors, with Charles Leclerc claiming first place in the drivers. But this year it's a clean slate, and excitement is fever pitch. There are some brilliant drivers and brilliant minds in the sport, and every single one of them will be battling for the crown this season. Yeah. Board confidence check-in. Wind tunnel, poor condition. How much is that going to be? Yeah, we're going to have to wait on that one. So go back over here. Front wings manufactured. So board confidence check-in. Front wings manufactured. So let's go ahead and do them. So install on car 1 and car 2. And that will... Let's have a look. That's all good for the moment. So now we're just waiting on... So we've got 22 days until Bahrain. We have got some of our engineers back now. So, car parts development, new project. No. I want to design the suspension. Oh no, I can't. We're all we're already out of time, so we're going to have to do the chassis and side pods and the suspension next time. But everything is looking good at the moment, so I'm pretty confident with where the car is. So let's see. I want to manufacture, how many of these? 6. Yeah, I want 2 more of these is what I want. So I want 2 of them, and they'll be ready within, yeah, plenty of time. So hopefully, actually, car parts development, where are we? Warehouse, underfloor. Okay, we've got 3 of these, so install on car 1 and car 2. So we got 2 of them, so we can get them on and see what the performance is like. And with that, I don't believe there's anything else. Nope, so carry on. So underfloor is all done, but we've already got everything bolted on. So, and the 2 parts for the manufacturing, but we have crossed over into a new period, along with the results from Barcelona testing. So where are we looking at here? So outright performance. So outright performance, low speed with 3rd. So we're pretty good on the low speed. Dirty air cooling performance is 7th. But we're pretty balanced in terms of outright performance and dirty air performance with 11th place. But we are suffering on drag, as you can see. We're still 11th on acceleration, 15th on top speed. Right, chassis and side pod drag reduction is a must. And I need to focus on cooling on some of these parts in the next area as well, because 19th on the cooling is not ideal. So that's encouraging signs. We're a lot better than where we were before. It's just the drag is still a problem, but we've actually got pretty good cornering capability, which is helpful. So now that these are restocked, we've got 16 days left until Bahrain. I wonder, current new project design, chassis, do the same. So we've got 2.2, and we're going to put 30 into the wind tunnel hours. So crank the drag reduction all the way up. Yeah, crank the drag reduction all the way up. It's going to be rushed. It's not going to get here until the Bahrain Grand Prix, but for only 165k, that's definitely worth it. So at least we'll have it for the second race of the season. The second one we want to do is the side pods. So 2.2. Whoops. 29 hours. And then again, drag reduction all the way to the end. 5 rushed. 21 days. Again, we should have that for the second race of the season, so that'll give us an added bonus. And then finally, the suspension. Max out on everything. And then go down here. High speed, medium speed. We're going to focus more on a little bit of low speed there. I actually need to focus quite a bit on the brake cooling actually, so let's get a little bit more here. Sorry guys if you notice the cut, same problem has been occurring for the last few times I recorded, but that's the price I have to pay with living with someone, I guess. So get the last few engineers on here. We'll do rushed. We're not going to get the suspension in time, but that will be better than not getting it for the second race. So that will be those bits done. So now I'm going to go into the facilities because we have a couple that are down, primarily the wind tunnel. So we will refurbish that one. The suspension simulator, can't refurbish that, don't have the funds. Everything else is fine. So there is nothing else in the inbox. So let us now skip forward. Sponsorship obligation, the second pre-season testing results. So let's stop here. Bahrain, pretty much the same ordeal, because I haven't got any of the new parts on yet, so that will be ideal. So we're actually third in the low speed in terms of car performance. So maybe we're shots at some of the high downforce circuits like Monaco, Hungary, and Singapore. We may be able to get a shock result, maybe. But again, that's a long ways off, so we'll have to see. The suspension is done. So we have 2.1 million, and the suspension design is complete. We want 6 of these. We'll drop it down to 4. But we can get the suspension now before the Bahrain Grand Prix. So that's what I'm going to do. And then at the suspension change, I'm going to install on car 1 and car 2. So this hopefully should give us a little bit more of an edge. Take the edge off our top speed deficit, hopefully a little bit. It's not going to be a lot, but it'll definitely be a bit more beneficial, especially on the long straights here at Bahrain when we go to that race. So, yeah. So we're going to go. Oh, the chassis is already done. Oh, well, that changes things. So we have the race prep for Bahrain. And we have the chassis design complete. Right. That's going to put us under. I'll take... We've still got pretty good number 1 chassis. It's okay for the moment, but let's do it. We're going to get 3 of the new chassis. So this is actually definitely going to help us a lot. So let's get these on both the cars. So now I'm hoping that for the next round, the opening round of the season at Bahrain, when we begin, is going to be beneficial. We're down to 39k at the moment, so I'm going to go to back to the castle. So that is everything. We are now on the doorstep of the Bahrain Grand Prix. So for now, guys, that is the pre-season to season 2. Everything is looking very good to start with. So we're going to be in a good position, hopefully, for Bahrain. But for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed the look into Season 2 for the potential that we have. If you did enjoy the episode, do feel free to like and leave a comment. It always helps. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. I am David Claydon of KZR Racing, and I will see you next time for round 1 at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Goodbye.